Okay, let's have a quick read of this and then just write things down where we're going to get marks and how we're going to get marks allocated. It is known that 26% of adults in the UK use a certain app. A researcher selects a random sample of 5,000 adults in UK. The random sample X is defined by number of adults in the sample who have apps. And given that X is less than N is that probability, calculate the largest value of N. Okay, so first of all, you only got two things in this research, so you got those two. So the chances that the adult uses a certain app, the probability of that happening is 0.26, 26%, and how many people are in the sample are 5,000. Okay, so when you see something like this and you're just given a probability and a number, you should think of binomial. Okay, so first of all, you can tell that X to those binomial distribution, N is 5,000, and probability that that adult, one of those people, uses the app is 0.25. Now, you get a mark for stating that because you recognize what kind of distribution is, and then you can say, well, this will approximate to normal. Now, when you approximate the normal, first you could tell the examiner that when you're approximating binomial to normal, what you use is NP, and then the other one is NP, and then you usually say Q, but Q is 1 minus B. So what we tend to say is we'll call that success, and 1 minus B is failure, and how many rows. So if you did that, if you did 0.26 times 5,000, you'll get X to those normal distribution, and that will be 1,300. And then when you times it by 1 minus that, which will be 0.74, you then get 962. Now always remember that this is the mu and this is sigma squared, so this is variance. Okay, just remember that when you put in your calculator. Once you're doing this, just again, I've seen someone do it, well, I've seen kids do it all the time, but just double check it. Did you square root this when you put in the calculator? Okay, did you square root it? That's the question you should ask yourself. Now, we want to know, let's set this up now, probability that X is less than N, and we want to know the probability of that happening is going to be less than 0.025. Okay, so if we just put that in your, if you get your calculator out, please, and have a look at it. Now before you get your calculator out, again, just double check it that it's doing it the right way. This time we're probably not going to take 1 off it, because we're looking for the probabilities. First of all, we know that the average lies here. Okay, the mean lies here, and it's always good to see when it tells you less than this value, we know we're looking at something which is going to be smaller than this number. So it's giving you hints. You can work these hints out. We're looking for something smaller than that, so this is the value of what N is going to be. And if you then plug in this area here, going from there to there, is going to be 0.025. If you put that in your calculator, these conditions, well, these are the conditions, don't forget to square root that, you'll get N, what your calculator will give you, and this is inverse probability. So your calculator will give you 1, 2, 3, 9. Well, mine gave me this. I'm hoping yours will do the same. And it does ask you calculate the largest possible here. So the largest possible value there is going to be, therefore, N equals 1, 2, 3, 9. That's the largest possible value once you put it all three together. So 1, 2, 3. A bit of working out 4, and then your 5 marks are coming out. So just step by step, putting that as an integer. Okay, this cannot be a decimal because it's a person. You can't have a percentage of a person. Okay. You have, well, that's the highest it can be. If you round it up to well, first of all, you tend to kind of see, you can see what it goes. You tend to truncate it in this case rather than rounding it to see that's the maximum. So anything higher than that will give you a probability. You can check it in your calculator if you get time. Just put in those conditions and put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, and it'll give you, if it gives you a probability of more than 2.5%, then you know that you need to go a bit down. Okay, you can always double check that. You'll have enough time. Your calculator, it takes seconds to just put it through the calculator. If in doubt,